Dr. Killian, good having you here as well. I got to spend the day with you in the rain in Temple earlier this week. Dr. Killian comes to Hutto School District from Huffman ISD, a 3A district outside Houston. He has also previously served as superintendent of Hutto ISD. Dr. Killian also served as an assistant superintendent, a field service agent for 2 different educational service centers, an alternative school teacher and principal, as well as a first grade teacher. Prior to his career in education, Dr. Killian served in the United States Marine Corps. Dr. Killian earned his undergraduate degree from Southwest Texas State University, which he is adamant about calling it Southwest Texas State University. Someone tried to switch out his diploma, and he said, no, I graduated from Southwest Texas State, not Texas State, so I'll always remember that. And received both his master's degree and PhD from Texas A&M University. Okay, I'll
it's going to be a tough crowd.
Artist Superintendent, Dr. Doug Killian.
Well, y'all have come for the bull today, haven't you? It's a pretty full crowd. Okay, I'm going to make some claims really quickly here. How many of y'all were here for Coach Hale's presentation last month? I had Coach Hale, it was a pretty good presentation. I was pretty pumped up after that. And so I was worried about the technology. So I made sure that his technology folks worked on my PowerPoint presentation, and I wanted to show you some of the things that they helped me with. I just thought that was so cool that a coach could come up with something that moves like that. That was just like he let me borrow that, but I had to give him credit for it first. So let's see if I can get off of that.
What does that mean?
Something about the free safety moves up and then the strong safety, I guess. Is that correct? Okay. So I'm from A&M, so we don't do football. It's sad, but it's true. We just don't recruit very well these days. So, well, you've come for the bull today. I've got a couple things for y'all. I've got a little bit about where we're at and some celebrations. I'm big into positive stuff, and if you can't tell, I am a recovering first grade teacher, so I have to dress up and I have to do things, little projects. So this year we're on a big theme about catching the wave, and I'm going to explain a little bit more about what that means in the community and what we'd like y'all to do as well. But first I want to tell you a little bit about my basic philosophies of education, and this is the kind of things I want to instill in our administrative staff and our teaching staff as well, and hopefully our kids. One of the things that you'll always get from me is you're going to get the truth. No matter if it's good or bad, you're going to get all the truth and nothing but the truth. The other thing you're going to get from me is fair treatment. I like to treat everybody exactly the same. That includes my wife and kids. I don't do any special treatment for them, and they know that. And everybody else in the administrative staff knows that now because I've shared that with them. The other piece that I like to do, I also treat all the youngsters the same as well. And I don't do anything more for everybody else's kids than I would do for my own. And I would do a lot for my own. So what I'm trying to tell you is we're going to do a lot of good things for kids in the future. Thank you very much. Actually, it tones down the shirt as well, so thank you for that. Whenever we do decisions in the district, let me walk over this way. Yeah. You want me to go this way? It's going to be hard to put that up on YouTube. One of the things I really appreciate about a school district is when it's very inclusive with the community and the business community and also the community at large, parents. So I'm big into doing that kind of stuff. So when we're going to do major decisions in the district, you're going to get a lot of committees out of me, and we're going to talk a lot before we make any kind of decision. Because I want to make sure that everybody's on board with the decision. Now there's going to be some folks that don't support it when we first start talking about things, but we're going to come up with a good unified and strong supported decision in the community. I'll have high expectations, and I begin that with myself. I also am very much into growing professionally. I do a lot of service center work. I do a lot of work in the state. I like to go around and develop myself as well, and I expect that of my administrative staff as well, and all the teachers and the kids. And then lastly, obviously you can tell I have a sense of humor and I like to use it appropriately. One thing about working with kids, you got to have to laugh. You know, you're going to have some situations that are going to be tough to deal with, but you're going to have to see the fun side of everything, and I try to do that in everything I do. A little bit really quickly about the state of the district for you. We've got a lot of neat things going on, but one of the biggest things I think that's going to really affect the school district, it's a big change. I'm a little bit different, as you can tell, and that tends to lead to some conflict. And I don't know if y'all are familiar with, can y'all read Chinese? Y'all can't read Chinese? We need to. This is the Chinese symbol for the word conflict. And what it means is it's a combination of the Chinese character for danger and the Chinese character for opportunity. Actually, I think it's the other way around. I think they read in reverse. Anyway, what I like to think about that is whenever you have change, you're going to have some conflict, but in that conflict, you're going to have some opportunities. There's going to be some opportunities for some growth. There's going to be some opportunities for bettering the school district. And that's what we're going to look for this year. And we're going to choose to look at the opportunity part of the conflict. We're going to also choose to look at all the accomplishments in the district. There's been some amazing things going on here, and I'm just here to make those things continue to grow and expand. If you look at the ratings this year, we've got a ton of great things to celebrate. We've got 5 campuses now, or 4 campuses that are recognized, and the entire district is recognized, and that's fantastic. In a time when the requirements from the state of Texas continue to go up in order to get to recognize, that's pretty impressive in and of itself. Also, we've got some cool things going on at each of our campuses. This past year, over $1.7 million in scholarships were awarded at the high school level. We have 2 recognized ratings in a row for that place, and the completion rates continue to climb. We've got the River Horse Academy, which this is amazing. Over 200 classes recovered from kids, and this is even more incredible that 8 of them ended up graduating, and we even had one on a full ride scholarship. So, in addition to that, our business office has been awarded a Superior Achievement Award in Finance. That's the highest award you can get in the state of Texas. And they're very proud of this because this is actually a money saver for us. We're not printing all sorts of checks and everything. 100% of our staff members are on direct deposit. We had an audit, child nutrition. We actually had 2 audits, and they both scored the highest rating possible. We also implemented our summer food feeding program for the surrounding community. In the technology department, we now have voice-over IP phones in all of our classrooms, so it's a very safe environment, and it also promotes teachers getting on phone and calling parents as well. We've got, they're able to remote in now to fix computers, so we're a little bit more efficient, and we've been able to upgrade to Windows 7 and Office 2010, which is a huge learning curve. Any of y'all convert? I'm ready to go back. Special education, we've got a new lab, and we also have a cool work-based program with HEB and Goodwill. In the Hutto Middle School, we took 17 kids to state last year. We had our first ever musical at that level. We have a first ever chartered National Junior Honor Society there. And Farley really worked on parent improvement this last year. They had over 500 parents just at one night, and that's pretty impressive for a middle school. Their science scores are on the rise, and they've got a really neat peer mediation program. That's where kids mediate with each other to keep down the violence in the school referrals. The Hutto Band, we've got a whole bunch of stuff going on in the Hutto Band, both at the middle school and the high school level. We placed several kids at the regional honor band piece and also in the area level. We've got Division I superior ratings in UIL, 40 of them. And for band folks, for non-band folks, first division is the highest rating you can get in band. We had 10 also advanced to UIL state competition. And both of our middle schools, they're just booming right now. We've got a lot of kids in there. I've got a 6th grader in there right now who's loving the heck out of it. So. In our maintenance department, if you didn't realize this, we actually maintain 265 acres now and 6 practice fields, so that pretty much consumes a day. We've got 1.1 million square feet that they clean on a daily basis. And despite all of this, we've been able to reduce electrical costs by 14%. We've processed over 2,236 work orders. We've also got some neat things going on in human resources. We had a new return to work program, and we also introduced the folks to some e-learning opportunities, and we're doing that across the entire district in all the areas.